Morning traders, it's Peter Thompson, senior mentor of 1 Billion Signal, sponsored by Merit Forex. It's a new week and I would say exciting one, considering what events we got last week. The volatility, the high volatility is going to continue to this week, even though we don't have many economic events on the calendar. I'm gonna start with BoE. They increased interest rates last week from 0.25 to 0.5%, looking for more aggressive monetary policy, except of course the ECB that's staying passive with the same interest rates. But let's see what's going to happen later, because Federal Reserve is planning to start interest rate hikes. This is going to happen end of March, and definitely they're going to give the start probably worldwide of a more aggressive monetary policy about all the central banks around the world. It's a matter of time to see. So what we got on a calendar, Monday we start with retail sales in Australia. Nothing much, not very volatile events. The retail sales are going down for January on a monthly basis. Tuesday, tomorrow, not so many events. Wednesday we have crude oil event inventories. Crude oil is smashing the psychological level of $90 per barrel, guys. We're gonna take a look in about a minute, but it's absolutely amazing. US dollar is back in the game, by the way, with gains on Friday. China New Year's holiday is over. You know, it was the New Year holidays in China last week, so right now China is gonna join the party. So unemployment rate raised, US unemployment rate raised in to 4%, which is definitely not good information, because Federal Reserve is waiting to see, quick reminder, at least this is what Powell says, they're waiting to see low unemployment rate and low inflation in US in order to take step further, even though on a later stage Powell it started being a little bit more like passive towards that, and he would accept high inflation anyway in order to take any steps further towards the interest rates. Talking about inflation, the US inflation report is ahead. This is the event of the week. I would say expectations are to go up to 7.3% from 7%. Inflation report is scheduled for Thursday, 1:30 p.m. GMT. In US, of course, it's gonna be definitely very volatile event for the US dollar. Initial jobless claims exactly the same time, 1:30 p.m. GMT on Thursday, and that's how the Thursday is gonna end. So Friday we have GBP gross domestic product, not very volatile event, and for Fed monetary policy report 3 p.m. for US. So let's take a look what's going on the charts. Euro US dollar in front of us, reaching the resistance level of 1.1470, new resistance level. I would wait to see how it's going to react. I think we're going to see breakout of the resistance and test of 1.1524, which is approximately 80-90 pips away from the current price. We've been expecting such a big push to the upside, even though compared to the GBP, that's strange, to be honest with you, because considering what happened from what BoE did last week towards their interest rates and Euro staying passive, it's supposed to be quite the opposite. Even though there is a lot of potential of the Great British Pound to hit 1.37, even 1.38, for now GBP is kind of a step after the Euro US dollar in terms of volatility. Reached the resistance 1.36 anyway. It was quite predictable considering the BoE plans for the interest rates. Euro US dollar reached the resistance as well, so 160 pips for 2 days, guys. This is big, definitely push, and we are going directly to the Australian USD. AUD reached the resistance 0.7170, quite predictable also. Right now is staying on 0.7084. The US indices made a decent drop at the end of the New York Stock Exchange session on Friday, so that's what actually caused this drop of the majors, because when usually the US indices drops down, the US dollar is pushing up, respectively speaking, the majors are going down as well. New Zealand USD, let's take a look what we got. 0.6618 is the current price here. Still trying to find direction. Didn't even test the resistance, 0.67. I would wait to see test of the resistance level and how the American market is going to react. But for now, I'm not touching the New Zealand dollar. USD Canadian jumping directly to the crude to show you $92 per barrel, absolutely ignoring anything on the way to the upside. No correction yet. So we talked about it exactly the same. We've been talking about exactly the same when we had this push to the upside. We've been shouting out for correction, and it's a big one. And it happened actually, $22 per barrel for less than 1 month. And this is exactly what we've been expecting right now with the crude in the near future. When exactly it's gonna happen, to be honest with you, I have no idea, because it can happen now, it can happen in about a week. But we're going to looking for weakness like this one here. As you can see, the price reaches the top, after that trying to find direction, and after that we have a brutal drop to the downside. Kind of similar, we started having this here, but it wasn't completed as a weakness pattern, so simply we can see this anytime soon. Definitely pay attention on the crude, because it could be a very nice short opportunity. So USD Canadian with potential correction of the crude oil, potential push to the upside of the USDCAD. Right now trying to find direction, staying between the boundaries 1.2688, 1.2836. I would say definitely big range, around 140 pips. But anyway, these levels are very clear, and right now I don't see any good entries on the USD Canadian, at least until I see one of these levels tested. USD Swiss jumping directly there. What we got, USD Swiss made a significant drop from the resistance, 150 pips, exactly the same case like USD Canadian. Staying between the boundaries 0.9296, 0.9212. I would wait. Anyway, the USD Swiss is totem as the chart. As you can see, the market is going up and down almost on a daily basis. Absolutely crazy, no direction whatsoever, no clear price action. For those who are trying to catch any movements here, be very cautious, simply because, as you can see, everything can happen any moment. And USD Japan, that's an also interesting one. Tested the resistance 115.50, tested after that in order to push and test 114.44, and right now is heading to break out the resistance level and eventually to test 116.36. I am moving this level to a new resistance level, 116.35, 36 anyway. And the US dollar, we can see short-term push to the upside, short-term growth of the US. US indices are looking for direction also. I don't have the chart in front of me here, but on Friday we've seen a decent drop at the end of the session of the New York Stock Exchange, and that's what actually caused the major drop. Bitcoin reaches critical resistance of $43,000 around this level. Buy the dip, guys. Be careful. Be very careful, because we've seen such a sharp recoveries of the cryptos and the immediately further drop. So I think much smarter is to wait for 30,000 per Bitcoin, and potentially even lower. So be very careful, because we definitely can see the drop. So in general, that's it, guys. Really hope you enjoyed these videos. Of course, have a very profitable week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, share us and like us on the social medias. This is how you support our YouTube channel. Appreciate it. Thank you very much in advance. Expect my new video on Wednesday, and don't forget to have fun. Bye.